It's Madden NFL 24, where we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Tigers and the Wizards, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Tigers of Buenos Aires taking on the Wizards of London.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Argentinians,
they're in a real groove of late. Winners of... Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And on now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hull. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Hull. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Operating from the gun. Hull. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 12-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Gibson. And he's got room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Simmons. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. Throwing to start the drive. Hull. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hull. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Hull. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Back to throw. Hull. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
On 1st down, Hull. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hull. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Hull. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Looking to throw. Hall. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Tigers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Agnew to throw. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception in the first. On 1st down, Gibson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Well, the Buenos Aires offense back out now. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, It's Bass. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That's taken it around the 40. Able to slither by. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
London about set to take over on offense.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top of the game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate.
This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Wizards are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down.
Thinking ahead is all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. For the Buenos Aires offense back out now. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Bass, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Back to throw. Hull. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing again. Hull. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give them 18 on the play.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 1st and 10, Hull. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Off the play fake. Hull. Over the middle, complete. That's Bass. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Hull. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Off play action. Hull. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. 2nd down and 6 now.
Back to throw. Hull. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
To throw on 3rd down. Hull. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Looking to throw. Hull toward the end zone, but that's got to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys have taken the lead.
In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw. Hull. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bass. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on 2nd down. Hull to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Tigers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
3rd down and 1.
It's 3rd and 1.
He'll look to throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Got a man, and he hits it in stride. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Simmons. Now a signal in the timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We get started out in the 50th state, the island of Hawaii, in Honolulu. And it's the Sentinels who are out in front. The Sentinels still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always.
Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Bass, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Hull.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now back to throw. Rodgers brings it in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Simmons. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is brought in at the 21. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They run the counter. It's Bass. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
On 1st down, Bass. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got this down to the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on 1st down. Hull. His throw incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. On third down, Hull. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the left hash, this from 37.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. This is taken at about the 14. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
London about set to take over on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Agnew now on first down. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Wizards have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
But let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, it's just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Wizards 17.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Buenos Aires offense back out now.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Ball start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Home. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bass, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Hull had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. London about set to take over on offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 9. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Agnew to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And on now is the punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Pull. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Hull. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Tigers are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So now Las Vegas down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 56 to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touch. Offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They're going to look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Agnew throwing on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And now they're in the hurry-up. Agnew to throw on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He's going to air one out. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Buenos Aires, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.